At this moment, Jun Changxiao broke into a cold sweat when reading the first rule of the Tenggu worship. If your strength is insufficient, do not step out of the plane's boundary, or else your manhood will be cut off. Jun Changxiao nervously murmured, no wonder the first operating rule that the Tenggu worship transmitted to me is this. Looking at the giant black shadow holding the tiny boat with its finger, Jun Changxiao thought in shock, so people of this world can actually be this powerful. He hurriedly asked the system, what do we do now? The system replied helplessly, this is tough, we haven't even left the novice village yet, and we already ran into an ultimate powerhouse. The system continued to analyze the situation. Your only chance of survival is that currently he doesn't harbor any ill will toward you. The giant black shadow sniffed and said, the scent on you is very familiar, it's like. He started in surprise when he thought of two other giant black shadows that looked very familiar. Then he suddenly laughed heartily, haha, interesting. I didn't expect it to be this interesting. Clutching his head in pain, Jun Changxiao thought, this guy doesn't seem to want to let me go. He is too strong, even his laughter is an attack. I must escape quickly. Drawing his weapon, he said to himself, fortunately the difficult to acquire blade is still unsealed, let's use another universe talisman. A fierce stream of flames erupted violently from Jun Changxiao. The giant black shadow said indifferently, I didn't expect you would still want to resist me. You indeed have some of a strong person's courage. Jun Changxiao swung his sword and shouted loudly, though I am incompetent, I will never lack the courage to draw my sword. I'll risk my life to at least cut off one of your fingernails. Wait, what is that? Widening his eyes, he pretended to be terrified and blabbered, why did someone even stronger suddenly appear? This made the other guy completely believe him and turn around to look. Jun Changxiao seized the opportunity, his eyes turning cold and sharp, now is the time. Then he gathered all his strength and rushed forward with an extremely determined expression. The eye symbol on Jun Changxiao's arm suddenly glowed with a brilliant, mysterious light. Jun Changxiao realized in surprise, it seems another burst of power is surging. Is it from that stone statue tattoo? A pair of bony white devil wings suddenly sprouted from his back. Jun Changxiao transformed, holding the burning difficult to acquire blade as his aura soared to the sky. With a ferocious devil mask on his face, Jun Changxiao roared in fury, damn you, you bastard. Jun Changxiao's powerful attack slashed directly at the giant finger, creating a shocking explosion. Jun Changxiao calculated in his head, as long as I can make him let go in pain, I can immediately pilot the Tenggu worship and escape. The giant black shadow smiled faintly, an ant like you seems to have quite a bit of strength, huh? His giant finger was still tightly holding the boat, without a single scratch. Jun Changxiao looked at the unscathed finger in despair. Even after his full force blow, the giant was unharmed. The gap between their realms was simply too terrifying. The Nan the Qidao sword in his hand suddenly emitted a strange green smoke. Jun Changxiao looked at the sword in surprise. On this Nan the Qidao is the Sanqing stone. The stone on the sword suddenly shattered into sparkling blue crystal fragments. The giant black shadow froze, feeling uneasy. There is something wrong with this aura. He panicked as he realized something was wrong. Where on earth did this imprisoning power come from? A huge vortex of energy appeared, binding the giant black shadow. A sudden slash flew over, cutting across his shoulder. The giant black shadow struggled hard but was still locked tight by the green light. Jun Changxiao shouted with all his might, pouring all his remaining hexagonal spirit stones into it. Changxiao ordered the warship, ancient warship, rush toward Starfall continent for me at the fastest speed. The warship rushed away swiftly like an arrow tearing through space. The warship rushed straight into some bright yellow continent. The giant black shadow blamed himself in anger. I was careless. How could a mere ant unleash a saint's sovereign level attack? He sighed in regret. Sigh, restricted by the heavenly way, I cannot enter their minor plane, however. The giant black shadow laughed to himself and thought, Woody, you guys must be here too, right? There must be something good here that I haven't discovered yet. In that case, I will come find you. He began to cast a secret technique, chanting the formula, may this body turn to dust, reincarnation be the key to open the yellow springs. 3,000 oceans, the soul is immortal. A fleeting rebirth overcoming tribulations to arrive. A giant purple light exploded violently, enveloping the black shadow. Sending his last message, he dived down to the continent. Woody, I will bid farewell to this tedious land of eternal life, reincarnating to Starfall. I hope I will still remember you guys, sigh, or maybe I won't remember anything at all, but that's fine. Gozoxy will definitely become your life and death confidant once again. Gozoxy's soul turned into a stream of light, flying straight down to the lush green continent below. In East Seafish province of the 3 overseas provinces, a massive explosion created a huge cloud of smoke. 2 Zenwei Empire soldiers looked at the deep crater warily. Such a deep crater must be an enemy falling from above to dare to intrude into our Zenwei Empire's territory. They must be some kind of expert. One soldier shouted warily, who goes there? Jun Changxiao stepped out and said timidly, my 2 lords, this lowly one is just a woodcutter who came into the mountains to gather firewood. He pretended to be dazed and continued to explain, just now a huge rock suddenly fell from the sky and sent this lowly one flying. My head is still spinning now and I've lost my way. Jun Changxiao thought to himself with complacency, the side effects of the Qiankun talisman and the Nan the Qidao sword are indeed terrible. Without the spacetime secret realm, I can only quietly be a weak, handsome man who possesses the strength of 10,000 troops. Sai before was playing the pig to eat the tiger, pretending to be a humble junior, but now I've really become a junior, boo-hoo.